Hey guys, it's Sue. Welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here, welcome. Consider subscribing. I do Sims 4 and Animal Crossing content as well as other gaming content as well. Today I'm building a very large family home in Willow Creek per usual. This house is actually 4 floors. It has a basement and attic space and 2 main floors. The basement actually has a home theater, a bedroom, and a bathroom. The attic space has a bathroom and it's an open area for crafting. I also put some children's toys up there, so it's kind of a playroom, crafting room. I also have a Murphy bed so guests could sleep there as well. I don't have much else to say right now, but I am going to probably cut in. I have a lot to say about this build, so I'll let you enjoy the music for now. So I'm just cutting in. I didn't realize that this happened already, but I actually fixed a lot of this house off camera. The shell that you saw me build at the beginning was a completely different day, and then I went back to this build and I wasn't completely happy with it once I did the floor plan. So I made it a little bit bigger. I moved it further back on the lot. I made a upstairs and a downstairs balcony area, and I also made it bigger. I don't know, once I got in and did the floor plan, it was very small and I was squeezing stuff in. So I basically pulled the back of the build out. So the back of the build is flat. It's just got the 2 balconies. And I don't normally make things flat like that without a bump out, but the balconies made it look not as boring. So I was okay with it. Plus this build was more about the front yard than the backyard. And here you're going to see me do my favorite little trick that I learned from, I think, Yellow Plum Bob. I might be wrong, but taking the garden planters, making it bigger, using it as a garden bed for a tree. So I did that on the left-hand side there. That's kind of one of my favorite little tricks. So I did that. I really like the landscaping and how different than I normally do. And I actually really like the way it turned out. You know, you get stuck in the little things that you do in every single build, and then you're like, I gotta change things up. And that's how I felt about my landscaping. I felt like I did the same thing every time. You know, white picket fence, I never use this terrain paint. I always use either the gravel terrain paint or I use the one with the little dots. I don't know what you would call that one. Is it gravel? Is it rock? I'm not sure. I use the same 2 all the time, so I'm like, I gotta use something different here. And lately, I've been making front yards instead of backyards. I did put a little bit of a backyard on here, but the backyard is really just the balconies. I don't know. My gameplay, I don't know. If I have a lot of kids or something, I'll put a swing set or something back there. But it's I never go in the backyard, and I like the way the front yards look because it kind of ties the whole house in. So that's kind of my thing that I do. I push the house all the way back, went nuts with the front yard, landscaping. Backyard, just balconies. I kind of imagine older kids lived here, so maybe not necessarily a swing set or anything. I used the bicycles in the front. I also love using the bicycles as kind of decoration, and then I also feel like you could use them for gameplay as well. So I think that's all I have to say right now until we go into the interior. So right now I'm just working on the basement, bedroom, bathroom, and home theater. I've never put a home theater in a house ever before in all the houses that I've built, so I thought that would be kind of fun. I wanted to make the area feel like, like they were really into movies, like things like Star Wars, and more like, lack of a better term, like nerdy movies. So a lot of the decoration is from the Star Wars pack. I used a lot of that stuff because I felt like that is how, that type of person might decorate their space, and maybe they're just super into movies and everything. I thought maybe a teenager would stay down here as well and love having that little movie theater right there. My only complaint about basements is I wish we could put windows in them. I mean, in real life, basements have windows. I lived in my parents' basement and I had windows. So that's one of my pet peeves about the basements in The Sims, which is why I never use them unless I'm doing something like weird. That's literally the only time I've ever put basements in houses, is if I'm making like a weird creepy house and I make like a creepy basement. So this is literally my first time ever making a basement that is livable. I really like the way that it turned out, and this house, even though it doesn't look like it from the outside, adding the basement and the attic space, this house is gigantic. I think it's actually a really good house for family gameplay because it doesn't look really open. Sometimes those big open houses don't look very good in The Sims, but this one actually I feel like is still cozy, but it is also big enough for family gameplay and having like a lot of children. So that's really all I wanted to say about this basement. I guess I don't really have much else to say. You'll see it later on when I'm decorating the kitchen and I'm cluttering the kitchen. I come by a bunch of clutter that I'm like, oh, that would be really good in my basement space. And then I cut back down to the basement again and I like add it because I didn't see the stuff the first time I was cluttering the basement. So when you see me going back to the basement, that's why, because I found more clutter things. I think like the swords were one of the things, like those ones you can hang up on the wall, and then there was like a Star Wars one that is like some sort of a animal with horns. I'm sure that has a name. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, so I'm not sure like what all their names are, but I hung that up on the wall as well. So right now we're going back upstairs. I originally put this wall here for the kitchen. However, I decided later on that I wanted a complete open floor plan. The only division that I wanted to use was with cabinets, and so I made like an island that kind of separates the kitchen and the dining room space. But I really love the way this area came out. It's open. It would be great for entertaining. I kind of sound like I'm on HGTV right now. So right now, I was actually trying to decide what cabinets to use. It's one of those things now where I keep using the same cabinets over and over and over again. Honestly, I only like a few of the cabinets in the game, so that's why I use them over and over again. I was really happy when we got some new ones with the Snowy Escape. I wish they would give us new cabinets with all of them though, because the only ones I like are the like regular ones that came with like the family pack, I want to say, or not family, what is it called, Parenthood, and then the Snowy Escape ones, and then these ones that I think came with the Island Living. And then I like one set of cabinets, like if I'm making more of an outdated build, then I use like the ones with the tile countertops. And then all the other ones I hate. I absolutely hate them and I never use them. Sometimes I try to put them in builds just so I can use something different, and I hate it and I switch back to the ones that I use all the time. So I was trying to decide if I could do like custom cabinets with the Snowy Escape ones and these ones from Sulani, but none of them, the wood would match, but the countertops wouldn't match. So I couldn't like do like an every other thing like I wanted to, so I just stuck with the Sulani ones. The Sulani ones have the best, in my opinion, the best cabinets for or countertops for the island. I just like the way it looks clean and it doesn't look like it just is cut off all of a sudden. I feel like some of the other ones look like that. So these ones are my favorite one for recreating islands. For the color scheme, I basically just did all neutral, very light woods and white colors. And I was thinking of pulling in some more reds like they're in those chairs right there, but I don't think I end up doing that at all. Anyway, I'll let you guys go back to the music now. So at some point around here is when I realized I forgot a fridge. If you're screaming at your phone or TV or computer right now because I forgot my fridge, I do end up realizing it at some point here. I think when I'm cluttering, because I usually put stuff on top of the refrigerator. Oh, and here is where I woke up in the morning really early, so my brain wasn't working well, and I accidentally did my 100 baby challenge source or scene from Streamlabs instead of my speed build one. So it has my little camera in the corner there, but my cover was over it, so you couldn't see me, which is probably actually a good thing because I had just woken up in the morning. I do realize that at some point, and that little black square will go away. It should be only a couple minutes of that.
Have to be your biggest fan. And when things are really tough and they're really rough and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're going to meet, who you're going to meet, who you're
Wow.